Dear students, welcome to the session. Today, our topic is soil compaction. Soil compaction is very important for subgrades of roads and runways to make it more strength. Soil compaction is very important for any structure to avoid the voids and to improve the strength. The main aim of the compaction is to increase soil shear strength by reducing voids, permeability, and compressibility. Generally, we have a laboratory test on soil compaction to determine the relationship between soil dry density and water content. Generally, in civil engineering field compaction of soils, we use rollers. We have different type of rollers. Here, we see few type of rollers like smooth wheeled roller, vibrator roller, pneumatic tide roller, sheep's foot roller, deep impact roller, the grid roller. Smooth wheel roller is the commonly used roller in world. It's it's very commonly used. Wherever you see on the roads, you can find it. You can see smooth wheel roller for the rolling purpose. It consists of hollow steel drums so that its weight distribution can be altered by addition of ballast, sand or water. These rollers vary in mass per meter, width from about 2100 kg to 54,000 kg, and are suitable for the compaction of most soils except uniform and silty sands. They are usually self-propelled, although towards units also available. The successful operation of smooth wheel roller is difficult when site conditions are wet, and in these circumstances, rollers that can be towed by either track laying or wheeled tractors are used. Both deadweight and vibrator units are available. See, this is a smooth wheeled roller which is a generally used roller. Now, after looking this picture, I hope you can easily understand what is meant by smooth wheeled roller. I hope everyone of you have seen this type of roller in the on the roadworks or anywhere outside, isn't it? Next is a vibrator roller. This vibratory roller is similar to the smooth wheel roller, but here if you see the last point, a vibrator roller operating without vibration is regarded as being a smooth wheel roller. In this vibrator roller, the vibration is allowed. Vibration is obviously more effective in granular soil, but the effect of vibration on a 200 layer of cohesive soil can effectively double the compactive effort. So this is about the vibrator roller. Smooth wheel roller is generally found everywhere, and vibrator roller is similar to the smooth wheel roller, but here the vibration is allowed and is more effective in granular soils. See, this is the vibrator roller. Next is pneumatic tide roller. In its usual form, pneumatic tide roller is container or platform mounted between two axles. So this is generally is having three wheels and the forward axle to arrange that they track in with the rear wheels. So here if you see the picture, this is called pneumatic tide roller, and this is more suitable for all types of soils, particularly on wet cohesive materials. And next is sheep's foot roller. This roller consists of hollow steel drum from which the feed project dead weight being provided by placing water or wet sand, and this is only satisfactory on cohesive soils but at low moisture content the resulting compaction of such soils is probably better than can be obtained with other forms of plant. This is usually either club shaped 100 by 75 mm or tapered 57 by 57 mm. The number on a 5000 kg roller varying between 64 and 88. If you see this picture, I hope you understand how it works. See, this is called sheep's foot roller, and this is the useful in cohesive soils. And next is deep impact roller. This deep impact roller consists of high weight polygonal drum rollers, can achieve much greater compaction efficiency and depth than equivalent weight smooth wheel roller. And then next is grit roller. See, this is how grit roller looks, and this is suitable for many types of soils, but wet clays tends to adhere to the grit and convert it into a form of smooth roller. And this is about rammers and vibrators. This is manually controlled power rammers. It can be used for all type of soils and useful when rolling is impractical due to restricted site conditions. And there is a video is uploaded with this explanatory video on how different type of rollers works, and this is about the soil compaction. It's very simple and it's very important for a civil engineer to know different type of rollers and how they works. And the next topic is stability of slopes. These stability of slopes are two types. Soil slopes are two types. They are natural slopes and human made or engineered or artificial slopes. These slopes, whether natural or artificial, may be infinite or finite slopes. Effect of pore water pressure on slope stability. The pore pressure at a point in the slope is controlled by the water level or flow pattern of underground water or seepage. Its ultimate effect is to increase the total stress and reduce the effective stress in the soil that is responsible for maintaining stability, leading to state of instability or total collapse of soil. With the water table rising beyond a certain depth, the safety factor of the slope linearly reduces. See, it's very simple to understand. When water table starts rising, then the stability of the soil starts decreasing, isn't it? How does water in the slope induce instability? Presence of water adds weight to the slope, isn't it? So the stress increases and this can lead to the slope instability. Water has the ability to change the angle of response. Water can dissolve the mineral cements that hold grains together. Common slope failure surfaces are planar surfaces and rotational failures. In the planar surfaces, soils such as sand and gravel are collectively referred to granular soils. In the rotational failures, equilibrium of each slice is analyzed and added together to get the factor of safety after sliding section is divided into number of vertical slices. See, this is about stability of slopes, and in detail of this stability of slopes will be discussed in the next session. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can ask me through comment box or during our session. Thank you.